did I just did a 10-minute video after it got done processing and cut down to 4 minutes. So I had to do a part two about this so-called out of chaos a baby was born. No, a black woman again was raped, a baby again was made, and again the state gets paid off of the profit of raping our women. Milwaukee, like I stated in the video, I don't know if it showed that or if it cut that part, is rape a woman capital, USA. I'm going to continue to read. This is part two. So below this video is part one. What they did to this woman and what they allowed to happen and the profit they're making off of her. You know, like I stated, you know, the system in Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin is a sick city, very very sick. What's going on with our women is not isolated. This is a demonic place. This is a zoo, and these animals are running the zoo. They're comfortable with their crimes. I don't know if you heard, like I stated in the first video, this woman, when she was raped, she was impregnated. They gave her psychiatric drugs of harming the baby, knowing that she was pregnant. I'm going to read some more excerpts. After the federal inspection, and despite at least 7 policy violations, there were repeated falsification of records and reports. They stated this rapist was charming and sly. He knew how to get what he wanted, just like Matthew Subeliever. Rapists know how to deceive the system, but in Milwaukee, it's not hard to corrupt the system because it's already corrupt. You know, they make money off of violating rights, disregarding rules and federal regulations. George Lynn, the supervising psychiatrist, did not believe the woman was sexually assaulted when she reported on July 23rd being sexually assaulted earlier 3 days before in a community bathroom. Of course, this sick schizophrenic psychiatric doctor would not believe that because they don't think that black women can be raped. They believe that your black body is a free-for-all. Chattel. Remember, the sick system, these spirits still linger around. 400 years ago was not too long ago when women were being raped and lynched and hung. This spirit still dwell within a whole lot of people. No charges was filed against this bastard, just like Matthew Subeliever. Milwaukee County District Attorney Office has not charged Matthew Subeliever, although rape victim April Griffin has requested that this bastard gets charged, and the statute of limitation has not ran out. And you know what they do to our children? Listen to this. A petition to have her boy put up for adoption. The Milwaukee Bureau of Child Welfare also is in this racketeering scheme. Now, this woman has family. She does want her child. They injected drugs and everything into her. They're not going to go through her family. They're going to do enslavement. You know, they romanticize war. That's the act of war that was declared on people. There's no such thing as slavery. It was an act of war, just like this act of terror that was commenced on this woman. And enslaving her child via adoption is a human rights tragedy. Ignoring her family. I'm speaking with this man who's going to be coming out speaking about how his daughter child was taken and put into adoption, the foster home, and when he tried to reach these social workers and say, I want to see my grandchild, they hung up the phone on him, ignored him. This is the game they play. The women and children in Milwaukee County, Milwaukee City, the state of Wisconsin, are in extreme danger at the hands of their so-called government officials. Putting her child up for adoption, knowing she was raped, drugging her up, allowing this rapist to further rape another woman. Yes, he raped another woman. He's another Matthew Subeliever, another Walter Ellis, another Below. You know, this is what is that social worker name that raped Theola Neely? He's another one of him. These are not isolated incidents. This is a sick society. They're comfortable with their crimes. Rape is an act of terror, and they have no problem raping and violating black women because they feed and eat and eat and feed off the blood sacrifice of these babies, of these rape victims, and they're comfortable with their crimes, and they think they're going to go continue to go unnoticed. This is Black Mississippi. This is the worst hurricane. I mean, Hurricane Katrina couldn't even leave an aftermath like this. The number one segregated city in the state, and you think the officials don't have something to do with this? And yet they want to call this a Pulitzer Prize winning article when they don't report the whole stories. Look at this title. Out of chaos, a baby is born. A woman was raped. That's the chaos. But like I stated, I don't know if it was cut in my other video before this. They will never ever do a Pulitzer Prize winning article about my sister and the other women, the many women, the in-depthness, how the courts have a hand in this, how our babies are being smuggled out this country. There are stories about judges. Just go by Judge Michael Gooley's chambers. Look who's sitting in front of him. Look at their attire. If the walls could talk. But there are people who have. These are not isolated incidents. Rape is a human resource for the state of Wisconsin. I'm just giving you a YouTube update.